I put the poll up yesterday on Sunday, and aye, man, after that, good. I mean, it was a good game, I guess, against St Mirren. I mean, I was a bit critical, maybe overly critical, like the first 60 minutes, 65 minutes, and it was like two each and looked like it was destined for a draw, but we won. Three epic goals, great wee goals in the second half. Basically the latter half of the second half, but aye, it's a weird part of the season, man. It's just a bit dead until the Scottish Cup semi-final. I mean, with a game against Aberdeen, of course, we have nothing really to play for apart from it's Aberdeen. Let's stop them from getting third. But I wish it was a case of let's win for ourselves and win the league, but no, it's not. But I did put up this poll: should we sell Barisic in the summer? I've got 52 votes, right, and I think it is end of an era, right. I've seen Kenny Miller talk about it's not quite a rebuild, right, but I'd say it's almost a rebuild. I mean, if you're losing Kent and Morelos, right, you've McGregor who's just old, right, and then like you have other players that probably should be going like a Borna Barisic. It's not just picking on Barisic. Throughout the window or build up to the window, I'm going to do these polls and I'll make Fids reacting to key players who we think should stay and who we think should go. And we've got 52 votes. 71% have voted yes for Barisic to go in the summer. Well, 29% have voted no. Now, in terms of Barisic, like, how much could we get for him? I mean, he was linked to be like, this is like 2 seasons ago now, like an £11 million move to Roma. We're not going to get that, but I think we could get about 4 million, 4 or 5 million. I think Barisic is weird. Like, he's been such a cemented player in our team, but I feel like just over the last 2 years, it's just went to shite, really. It really has. I don't know. I feel like 55 was just the peak. I mean, you could argue 55 was the peak of most of these players. But like last year, like yeah, he was in the team, but it was all about Bassey in that left hand side. Whether Bassey was playing left centre back or the games where he's playing left back, it was a Calvin Bassey show. This year, Yilmaz hasn't really made an impression, even though there's been a lot of injuries for him. But Yilmaz is the future. I'd rather play Yilmaz and Define honestly than Barisic. Like Barisic just does not turn up in the games we need him to turn up. I mean, when has Barisic turned up in an Old Firm? Honestly, man, he's had enough now to turn up, and he hasn't turned up. So I agree with the 71%. There's one comment. I didn't even notice that there. I talked about it earlier. 5 minutes ago, maybe it popped up while I had this up. But Samuel Wood says 110%. It's a high percentage, not quite the 71. Well, it's not quite the 71. Well, it's not quite the 71, but it's a lot higher than the 71. So that's what we're going for. Yilmaz is the future. Yeah, well, that's what he's saying. I mean, even Define, when he played left back for the few games, I thought was actually quite good. But again, Beale says he's identified targets. I mean, we've seen a lot of people linked recently. I just, honestly, I can't wait for the summer. I really hope they back him. And I'm looking forward. Just, I hope we win the Scottish Cup, right? We beat them at Ibrox as well. And that's as good as it can get for us, which is a sad fucking reality. Unless they lose all their games, we win our games in the league. But that's not happening. But, looking forward to next season, looking forward to the transfer window, looking forward to the European qualifiers back in Europe, because you can't beat a Europe game. Yilmaz is the future. But yeah, guys, I agree with selling Barisic. I know, like, there's some players you just don't want to let go of, but I like Barisic, I do, but I don't view him in the same light as a Kent and Morelos, even though he came in, like, pretty much around that era, the Gerrard era. I know Morelos was the year before, but I don't know. I think some players are easy to. I just feel like Barisic is easier to replace. I just don't think Kent and Morelos will be replaced like that. But at the same time, you need to get rid of them at some point. Also, create a new Twitter. Make sure you go follow it. There it is there. There is the link. It's in the community page of the channel. And guys, until next time, there'll be a lot of transfer news this week and FIFA Career Mode and the Airdrie Football Manager safe. But until then, peace. 50 Cent thought he was live there. It's TalkSport.